Hello,
Hello.
friends. Hello, Daya. Hello, Mridul.
Hi.
And today I'm hosting in a couple. It's really nice. It's always interesting to listen different opinions, and it happens quite rarely. I would say mostly guys are very shy and they don't want to show up. So I'm very grateful that you accepted my invitation and agreed to answer some questions. And today I'm hosting Daya and Mridul, and we are going to talk about relationships in Indian families. Yes, my favorite topic again, India, everything connected to India. And first of all, I would like to ask you to introduce a little bit yourself. Where are you from? What do you do? Anything you would like to share. So let's start with the lady. Daya, please.
Hi, I'm Daya. I'm from New York. I am American, and my father is from Guatemala, and my mother is from Peru. So I have a very Latin background.
Yes, indeed. And do you feel yourself, may I ask you, do you feel yourself more American or more, let's say, South American?
That's a good question. I'd
Yeah,
honestly
it's
say
kind of,
like 50.
you were born, it's the same with my kids. So they are, you see, they are mixed, but we are living in the third country. So
Yeah.
it's kind of interesting, whom do you feel more, American, or still you feel more like Latin American? But because I would say these two like countries, like if we compare South America continents and North America, it's very different.
Yes. I would say 50-50. Not either more, maybe a little more American because I like speak more English than Spanish, but I do speak Spanish with my mom because she only speaks Spanish. A lot of my family members are only Spanish speakers.
Yes, so you know both languages, Spanish and English as well.
Yes.
That's great, because it's not the case in many families, I would say, because parents prefer, many parents, even if both are speak the same language, they prefer to speak the language of the country. I don't
Yeah.
know. So probably in your family, your mother speaks Spanish with you.
Yeah.
That's great. What about you, Mridul? Can you please introduce yourself?
Hello. I'm Mridul Sharma. My hometown is there's a state called Chhattisgarh. There's my hometown, and I'm an actor in Hindi film industry, Bollywood film industry, and I lives in Mumbai right now, and Mumbai is also in my workplace. And I'm an Indian.
That's great. So you're an actor. That's amazing. Actually, my love for India started with Indian movies.
Oh,
I was watching a lot of them. So I never saw you. Are you playing in just in Bollywood, or is it TV serials? What is it
the
actually?
OTT. I played. I did one show that called Daily Crime Season 1, which is in on Netflix.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
That's interesting. I will surely watch it after our interview. That's nice that I'm talking to a real actor today. That's amazing.
Oh, okay.
Yes. So next question I would like to ask, my favorite one. Probably you heard it million of times. How did you guys meet actually? Because you are from America, you are India. It's like so far away from each other. So could you please share your beautiful love story?
Yeah, there. Sure.
Who
I
was there?
go and I thought he was really pretty. So I'm like, okay, let me try to find him and see if he's married or anything. But I found his Instagram from a Google search, and I sent him a message, and he took a couple days to respond. But he responded eventually, and we started talking like every day.
Wow, that's amazing. But may I ask you, were you interested in Indian culture before you met each other? Did you know something about India?
Honestly, I knew like nothing. I had one, like maybe two Indian friends in high school, and I used to think that Bangladesh was the capital of India because I was just uneducated about that part. But yeah, I only had two Indian friends, and that was pretty much all I knew before him.
So you didn't know anything about this country. You just messaged him and you started communicating. That's how it happened.
It based on looks. That was it.
I think she didn't even know about me. I'm an Indian also.
So what did you think? Where was he from?
I don't know. I thought maybe he was like American or something. Because he worked in Netflix. So I'm like, okay.
Yes, so it was a surprise for you. Wow, he's from India. Where is this country located? But
And honestly,
yeah.
I also did. Sorry.
Yes, you can continue, please.
I also didn't believe she's actually from near NYC or USA something. I thought maybe she's Indian, like maybe in there's a Punjab
Yeah.
or near Delhi somewhere, or maybe she's from UK kind of. But I never thought she's from USA because USA USA is very far from India, and mostly I haven't idea like USA people like that's
Yeah.
why
She doesn't look like, she looks like, I would say, yeah, you could easily think that she could be from some part of India because India is huge and you can meet different type of people, of course. Yeah, that's really amazing. Yeah, so you didn't know that he was from India and you thought that you are from India as well. So that's great. But did you ever think that you would be dating a foreigner one day, or how did it happen? Yeah, like, because some people they say, okay, that I could never imagine myself with someone from my country. I knew in advance that I would be married to someone from a totally different culture. But how was it with you?
I wasn't thought like in my head like that kind of okay, we ever started dated because I thought uh, uh, she's a one audience who saw my show and she's very nice, so she just like my profile and she want to give me his appreciation for my work.
Yes.
So,
Same here. When I found out he was from like halfway across the world, like 18-hour flight or something like that, I'm like, no way. Like, I'm not talking to him anymore. Like, that's way too far. But it ended up working out, I guess. I like this country a lot.
That's really great to see, but I will ask about it a little bit later. I would like to ask which qualities of Mridul like impressed you the most. How fast did you understand that? Yes, he's the one I would like to spend my life with.
Oh my god.
Yes.
He makes me laugh a lot. Like like when I first met him, I was scared that he was gonna be like not the same, like not the same person. I'm like, oh my god, I hope to God an old man does not pick me up from this airport, you know? And no, like the first time we talked and we had our chemistry and our vibe and our energy going, it felt very natural and it felt very nice, and he was so protective and like comforting, and I really like how he took care of me as much as he could. So I think that's what really drew me to him.
Yes, and what about you, Mridul? What did you like the most about Daya?
uh, first of all, when she came out from the Mumbai airport, I didn't believe that someone came from that far for me, like, because she made me so special. I haven't idea like that, and she's very pretty and gorgeous. And when I met her, and we started spending time together, then I got. I mean, she's very honest and very. I found she's very nice person. I have someone. She's actually very nice. So I thought, okay, yeah, I have, I thought, okay, I started like and all, and I never no I now I'm not I never thought like that much for far from, but I thought, yeah, everything is going very well, very pretty. So maybe in future we will be together definitely.
That's, yes, she is indeed very pretty and very nice. Yes, you can see that very clear. Yes,
I,
but one question, yeah, even Daya, when you wrote your story, you mentioned that Mridul was from very, let's say, like a religious family, yes. And how did your family actually? I would like to ask both of you reacted when you told them that okay, you are in a relationship with a foreigner. For you, it was for both of you like from totally different cultures, like from very far away. What was the reaction of your families?
My family, it's a little complicated, but you know, my mom really likes him and she really thinks he's nice because he tried to learn a little bit of Spanish, at least to talk to her, because she doesn't speak any English. So
Yes.
she loved that he tried to speak Spanish to her. So she really likes him and she thinks that I've changed and become better since I've started being with him. My father is a little more hesitant. They've never spoken to each other because you know how dads and daughters are. So it's especially because he's a lot farther and a little older than me. So he has very complicated feelings about it.
Yes, and what about your family? Because you know that in India it's quite difficult when it comes to something really serious, and many families they refuse like to accept a foreigner. Yes, how did your family react?
uh, I can say till now, uh, my family knows only like someone foreigner girls. I'm with her. Some a foreigner girl is in my life right now, but who is she actually? My family not knows, and uh, I because I haven't talk with my parents like about this thing, about this kind of this relationship
Yes.
openly. So they're just thinking I have a girlfriend and I'm happy. So
So are you planning to introduce Daya to your family?
yeah, I definitely want to introduce her to my family. Actually, my sister and my friends and my cousin brothers know her. My sister know her.
So it's only your parents who never saw or met you in person.
Yeah, just just um just his father.
Okay. Yes, but I think it should be fine when they meet you in Rio because I think many Indian guys, I think, are really worried to introduce their girlfriends to their parents. But when they really eventually meet each other, everything goes fine and there is no problem at all. I think it's very important to meet in person.
Yeah, yeah, sure.
Yes. So at this moment, you are living in Mumbai. Yes,
Right now we are in New
Right now
Delhi.
we are in Delhi.
you're traveling a lot between
Yeah.
Mumbai and Delhi. So I would like to ask you, Daya, how is your impression about India? What was actually, let's go back in time, like when you arrived to India for the first time. You didn't know anything about this country. So what was your first impression about India? Were you shocked? Were you impressed? Can you please tell us about your feelings? Or it was some mixed feelings like, yeah, wow, it's a beautiful country, but okay, oh, some parts are too dirty or some parts are amazing.
I didn't have too much culture shock just because my mom's from Peru and they're very similar countries. So it wasn't a huge difference. from Peru, the thing was like all the people. Like there was a lot of people, and a lot of them found me, like, I don't know if it was interesting, but I felt like a little bit of an alien over there. People
I can
stared
imagine.
at me and took photos of me and just
Yeah,
did
no?
yeah
Yeah.
and said things to me, and like it's complicated not really knowing the whole language. But it, you know, first impression, it was just overwhelming. But the more I went in there and the more I saw the people and the culture, it was so different from America. Like there's a lot of colors. There's no like standalone McDonald's and like condos and Hondas everywhere. So that was definitely a good part, a good change.
Yes, but how long are you living now in India?
I'm here till June.
So, no, I mean, in total, how long do you live now in India?
Right now, I've been here for 2 months now.
Okay. And like, what do you like the most about this country? What can you say?
The cats. I love the cats
Yeah.
here.
Did you meet them? I never saw any. To be honest, I saw only a lot of dogs, but I never saw cats.
In Mumbai, it's like
Mumbai,
full
a
of
lot of
cats.
Maybe in Mumbai. I have never been to Mumbai. I went only to the north of India, and I never saw any single cat, really.
Yeah, we adopted we wanted a cat for New Delhi here, and we were looking everywhere to get a cat, and we finally got one. Yeah.
And do you like cats, Mridul? I know that most of Indians, they prefer dogs, and they don't like cats.
Yeah, no, actually, yes, true, yes. Mostly,
Yeah.
the most favorite pet animal is a dog, actually, here.
Yeah, I
Do
never
you like cats?
saw cats in Indian families, and I have many Indians, they don't like cats.
I
think,
like cats
yeah.
and dogs also. Both.
My cat really likes him. My cat loves him. He'll be doing his puja, and the cat will be like, "Oh, perfect place for me to sleep," and we'll sleep right on top of him while he's meditating. It's cute.
Yes, and okay, except cats. What do you
Yeah,
like else?
favorite places.
Yeah.
Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj Terminus.
Exactly.
Yeah, I love the lights there. I love Carter Road, Juhu Beach. In Delhi, I like Connaught Place. Obviously, Taj is very beautiful. But I'm looking to go to like some flower markets around here. But I think the most sentimental place in India for me would be Juhu Beach and Carter Road. We had a lot of really cute moments there. So,
But which city do you like more? Where do you feel more comfortable?
oh,
Delhi or
Mumbai, yeah.
yeah.
Yeah,
Always
that's what I heard from a lot of people who went to Mumbai. That if I ever get a chance to go to Mumbai, they'll like it much more than Delhi. I can't compare, but I heard a lot of good things about Mumbai. Yeah, that it's a very nice place, and people are very different there to compare to
yeah.
people in Delhi. Yeah, so I would imagine because I had some friends from Mumbai, so yeah, indeed, they were different.
Yeah.
And if I can ask you, is there something what you don't really like or maybe cannot understand or accept about India?
Yeah.
Let's see. What's one I like? Some of the spicy food is too much for me. I have to.
So you don't like spicy food. What
No.
about Peruvian food? Is it not spicy?
No, like Mexican food. My father will eat ghost peppers like they're freaking potato chips. And it's like my parents love spicy food, and I don't know, they never forced me to eat spicy food when I was growing up, so I think that's why I never really got accustomed to spicy food. But yeah, some of the food here is a little intense. What else don't I like? Yeah, I think mostly the spicy food, and some of the people can overstep boundaries a little bit, and that's when it gets a little uncomfortable. But That would be it. Besides it, I love India. I even like the traffic and the noise. Like, I love chaos. I'm from New York. I love chaos.
The first
So,
one. Why in traffic? Normally it's so chaotic. Yeah, I feel scared having to cross the road.
I know I get a little scared crossing the road too, but I'm like, it's fine. I'm not gonna get hit, you know?
Yes. And what about the Indian weather? How do you like climate there? Because it can be very hot, and New York is not a super hot place, of
Yeah.
course. So how did you adjust to Indian climate?
Well, already when I lived over there, I hate the cold. I can't with the cold. It is the colds there especially are so intense. I don't even want to leave my house. My father gets mad because I'll put up the heater till like 80, and that's way too hot. It needs to be at 68. But I hate the colds. So last year when I came here, the hot in March was very, very intense. And I'm like, oh my God, I'm gonna pass out. But this year, surprisingly,
but that
it
was
wasn't very
Mumbai.
hot.
That was Mumbai last year in March.
Yeah, but I expected Delhi to be a little hotter than Mumbai, because it wasn't as close to the sea. But the weather in Delhi is actually a little better. It's just the dust that's affecting me.
Depends what do you prefer, because in Mumbai it's very humid. So I can't stand humidity, for example. For me, to live here, it's like it's very difficult to live here because it's very humid. Even if it's plus 23 here, you feel like plus 35 at least. And it's really difficult. And one year we had plus 40, and I thought I will die here. So I love hot weather like you. I always wanted to live in a warm place, but I understood that I like dry climate. If it's dry and hot,
Yeah.
it's fine. But if it's humid and hot, no, it's
Yeah.
not for me. It depends. I think in Mumbai it never gets cold like in Delhi. In Delhi it can be very cold, like in winter months, but it's also humid. But Delhi is dry, more dry. Okay, there are like I think in
Yeah.
probably in July and August it's also very humid there, but the rest of the months it's dry. So it depends what you prefer, and it would be easier to stay in Mumbai or in Delhi.
Yeah.
So you never had really an issue with Indian weather, so it is fine for you to stay.
Not really. I really like the rainy season here, to be honest. I think it's really, I like the sound of rain, so it was always relaxing for me.
Yes, no, it's different when it's warm and it's raining, it's nice, but when it's like here, it's cold all the time, it rains all the time, it's a bit too much. And one question I would like to ask both of you, because you are from totally different cultures, backgrounds, religions, everything is different. Was there something what was difficult? Did you have any difficulties in understanding or accepting something any challenges you have in your daily life?
Yes, for sure. I used to make food, like Mexican food, because that's my favorite food ever. He's used to eating really like light. So when he started eating it, it got very heavy for him. But so he's had to get used to that a little bit. We also have quarrels about like I'm used to being in America and being in a very Western society where I'm allowed to do whatever I want. You know, I could go to the store and it's perfect. You know, it's fine. I could wear and, you know, do my makeup however I want. But over here, it's a little more complicated, you know, because you have to be careful with how you present yourself in public. Some people may be offended by it. So I've definitely felt like I've had to give up a little bit of like my self-identity and expression. And I never appreciated being able to just like walk alone at like 8 o'clock at night to like a store or something. But like I can't do that, you know?
Yes, of course. It's not safe, first of all.
Actually, here public is, I feel, which I feel, the people are not very used to see the interracial, different culture, white girl and Indian guy couple as usually is generally so I will personally feel little, uncomfortable when we going somewhere outing for a walk or somewhere. So yeah,
Yeah. We've had some incidents of people bothering us or like following us or stuff like that.
Yeah,
So,
asking for the picture. Yeah, it happens. Yes, but I'm actually surprised because Delhi and Mumbai are huge cities. There are a lot of couples like yours, so
yeah.
yeah,
people are staring at foreigners so much. I don't know, maybe in Mumbai it's not like that, but in Delhi I felt it myself, and I didn't like it at all. That people
uh,
really stare at you and like they never saw, like you feel like they never saw a foreigner in their life, but it's not true.
Yeah.
no, especially for foreigner girl, white girl, and Indian guy as a couple.
Yes, no, that's what I mean. I know a lot of couples like yours, like in Delhi and in Mumbai, like, okay, from like girls are from different countries and who are married to Indian guys, but still they get a lot of attention.
Yeah. Yeah, always.
But do you prefer to wear Indian clothes or Western clothes in India? How do you feel more comfortable, like if you wear something traditional? Because, for example, I feel more comfortable in Indian clothes than people
Yeah.
don't talk so much, and sometimes they might think, "Oh, okay, she is from some northern state. It's okay." Yes.
Yeah. So because I'm so young, I like to express myself in like my whatever I see on TikTok, I'm like, "Oh my God, I love that shirt." So I have to say that I like Western clothes more, but it's because I haven't had the chance to wear more Indian clothes. So I think if I had more chances and more ways of like seeing the variety, I think I would like Indian clothes more because I don't really like to stand out too much here. Um, so I think I'm really open to wearing more.
But can I ask you, like, you are staying in India for some time now, what do you miss the most from your own country? Is there something what you really miss a lot? I don't know, maybe food. Some people say yes, food. Because okay, although some people like Indian food, but if you eat it every day, I think it's too much. You start missing something from your own place.
Let's see. I miss my cats and authentic Mexican tacos.
Oh,
Really.
And
and
wearing red clothes, right?
Yeah, wearing some of my favorite clothes for sure. But we have gone up and down trying so many Mexican like places. And we're like, okay, I guess the best that's gonna happen here is Chili's, you know?
yes, but didn't you find any good Mexican restaurant? I think in Delhi, I'm sure in Mumbai as well, there are a lot of them. That's what I heard.
Um,
You can find different cuisines. There is no problem at all about that.
yeah, we looked a couple of places, but we didn't have any like good luck. So I started just making it at home. But like I
And
said, it's
we're
a
still
little
trying.
heavy.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
are still trying to find
But
for
do
it.
you find all the ingredients for cooking at home?
Oh my gosh, the hardest thing to find here are beans. Black.
Really?
Yeah, I I can like he's gone everywhere asking, um, and it's so hard to find black beans.
Yeah, I didn't expect that. Do you mean black beans?
Mm.
Okay. Normally there are quite a few dishes in Indian cuisine with beans. Yeah. So, but I, yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm saying her. I'm trying to say her. Okay, try all. There's a very many varieties in Indian foods. So try Indian foods. Try. There's many varieties.
Yeah.
Try little spicy, little. Then you can like.
Yes, we will talk about food as well, but I would like to ask you, what are the main differences, like if you compare, like let's say Indians with Americans or Latin Americans, what are the main difference would you pick? Like, let's talk about Indian men. Of course, you cannot talk about all Indian men, but only about your experience. What can you say?
Very very protective and a little jealous for sure. But that's kind of why Indians and I think Latino Americans get along kind of well, because we're both very passionate and intense sometimes, you know?
Yes. Yeah, but I was really, I was really surprised how many Latin American girls are married to Indian men. I didn't know that. To be honest, only when I started my page, I discovered that half of Latin America are married to Indian men. That was amazing, really. So probably there are some similarities, I would think.
Yeah. I think it's because our cultures are pretty similar, like very conservative, religious, but in different religions, you know, it's different languages. Like we have the same immigrant experience when it comes to America.
Yeah.
So I can see why we're a little drawn to each other.
Yes, but do you visit often, like Peru, your mother's place?
Yeah, I try to. I try to go once a year, see my family. I have never gone to Guatemala before, and that's something I really want to do because, you know, I'm mostly, I would say I'm more Guatemalan than Peruvian.
Yeah, that would be interesting. I think this country is not very well known, of course, I know, but I'm sure it's pretty beautiful there. Peru is amazing.
Yeah.
Pictures from South America, I just feel like going there straight away. It's actually my dream to visit Latin America. It's really fun.
So it's
amazing. Yes, that's true. And what about you, Mridul? What are the main difference if we compare, like Latin American girl? I would say that I can't call her American girl, although she was born in America. But okay, she's from Latin American family. So, and Indian girls. What are the like main differences? Again, experience. Of course, you can't talk about all Latin American girls and all Indian girls, but
like most first and most is like cultural differences is definitely, and like she's from different culture, and I'm from different culture, Indian culture. And I mean, I actually don't I didn't know about that Latin American culture thing. I thought that's a part of some USA culture. So this is for me that I can say this is uh, very open, because mostly here the women's and girls are not like that open and all. So in my society, and I also accept there's in India many societies. I mean, like metro city societies, more open and conservative, but open-minded, more open than small town societies. So I can say that cultural differences and language differences. I mean, differences about the way of the things. Many things I prefer. I want her to see according to. I mean, what I wanted to see. I wanted her to see like me. This is the happening here in India, like in this way, but in your place this is happens in something in different way. Like example, what is the example? uh, yeah, I mean, it's a small differences, and sometimes we had little personal differences for that things. I expected to like that, and she's like that.
yeah, but
And
I would imagine that girls, for example, in your city, I don't know, which city are you from? Are you from a small town or?
it's not actually small town, but like smaller than metro cities like Mumbai and Delhi.
Yeah.
My city name is Bilaspur, Chhattisgarh.
Ah, yes, I know the city. Yes, I heard.
It's not like not that much big metro city, but it's but a kind of big city. Not but and not a small town, not at all.
No, it's not small indeed. But I mean, the girls like from big Indian cities, you know that Indian girls, they are very different than like from smaller places. I would say that in Mumbai, girls are very modern.
Yeah,
You don't see any difference between like Western girl and Indian girl from Mumbai.
yeah, yeah.
They also
That,
wear Western clothes. They go to pubs. They also sometimes they really behave like Western girls, I would say. Not, of course, not everyone. It depends on the family, but still, it's totally different.
yes.
And Daya, could you find some, let's say, friends, your circle of friends with whom you can communicate? I would imagine that it's kind of difficult. You are probably missing your friends back in America, but could you find, okay, you have Mridul, but of course, sometimes we need to go out with some girls. Yeah, we need our time as well.
I would love to have like a girls' night and like have some girlfriends here. But you know, like I'm trying, you know, through Instagram, finding people near me and going to malls and stuff. Because I would like to go have a coffee and talk about girl things. Because he doesn't understand like makeup or like
Yeah, of course.
or like who certain TikTokers or YouTubers are, or like. So it would be nice to talk more about girly things and have someone know what it is.
But I think it would be easy to find someone in Delhi because there are so many foreigners. Didn't you find anyone yet?
I have found like 2 people. So I'm hoping to hang out with the girls more.
Yeah, and I think maybe South American girls, I would imagine that there should be some in Delhi as well. Because I had interviews with some girls from different South American countries. Okay, they don't live in Delhi, but still, I'm sure Delhi is a huge city.
Yeah, it would be nice to speak more Spanish. I never thought I'd miss speaking Spanish because I speak so much Spanish in America, because literally almost everyone in New York speaks Spanish. Like my city is like basically 90% Hispanic people. So I kind of miss speaking Spanish. So when I went to the Taj Mahal and I heard like these ladies speaking Spanish, I got so excited. I'm like, OMG, where are you from? You know?
So you run to them, yeah, let's speak Spanish. Yes, I can imagine. Yeah, sometimes you really feel like talking in your own language, yeah, and you start missing it a lot. And so you mainly speak English with each
Yeah,
other.
mainly English. I want him to learn more Spanish. And I know when we first started talking, his English wasn't that great, but the more the more we talked all the time, his English has been getting better.
Yeah,
The thing
first,
is,
Yeah, you need to practice it.
yeah.
Yeah,
first
anyway.
when I very fluent and very perfect in English, then I will try other languages, right?
Yes, but learning each other's language. Do you know a little bit of Hindi?
Yeah, toda sa.
बहुत अच्छा. Yes, but do you find Hindi difficult to learn?
Um, yes,
Yes,
but like what I can, because in English there is no masculine and feminine,
yes,
but in Spanish there is masculine and feminine.
yes.
So in that sense, when people would say, "Oh, like Billy is different from Bila," you know?
Yeah, yes.
So
Of course.
I get it, because you know, gato is different from gata, you know,
Yeah.
in Spanish.
Yeah, that's why it's, if you try to compare with your own language, like in Russian, we also have genders.
Yeah.
And if I think, okay, in Russian, this word is masculine, so in Hindi it should be also. But then I realized, no, it is feminine, so it can be also confusing. And I would say that it's not a difficult language, but of course, there are things you should understand, especially some grammar. And it's totally different. Yeah, you can't compare it with Spanish or with English, nothing to do. Yeah, but I think if you talk to each other, if you practice, yeah, it will come very fast. And especially if you live in a country where people speak this language, yeah, I think it's much easier to learn.
It gets easier for sure. Like when I hear him having conversations with his friends or his family members on the phone, I'm like, okay, I know what they're, I get the gist of what they're talking about,
Yes, yes, of course. Yes, I can understand. And let me ask you, okay, we were talking already about Indian food little bit. I would like to ask you how, okay, you said that it was difficult for you to adjust to spicy food, so you are not very used to it, to eat very spicy. But again, it depends. Like I would say that the spiciest food is in South India. Then it can get really spicy, and it depends who is cooking. And also in some families, they don't like to cook very spicy. But what are your favorite dishes? What do you like the most in Indian cuisine?
Indian
Yeah.
dishes. Yeah.
Paneer tikka, tandoori chicken, biryani chicken. I like biryani. What else? I like naan, paratha, roti. What else do I eat?
Veg
Gulab jamun.
Oh, like Indian sweets in general.
Yeah.
My
Sorry?
Do you like Indian sweets?
Sweets?
sweets. Yeah,
Yeah.
gulab jamun.
I like gulab. The
Yeah,
cute
but
ones.
don't you find them a little bit too sweet? For me, they're too sweet.
Some-
I can't get the what.
Sometimes. But I like jalebi. It's cute in like little portions, right? Here and there. He'll eat them just like whole. And I'm like, how do you do that?
Yeah, jalebi and gulab jamun is very popular and very, very delicious sweets here. Like regular but very delicious sweet here.
Yeah, they're very good.
That part of our cultural sweets.
Yes, of course. Yeah, they are very popular indeed. But so you prefer like more non-vegetarian food? You like more non-veg?
Yeah, but I'm trying slowly and slowly to get more into veg, especially paneer. Paneer is my favorite.
Yes. Okay, I would say yeah. All dishes with paneer, they're amazing, especially
So
falafel.
good.
They're really tasty, and I think it's easy to find so many non-veg dishes in India, so it's never find anywhere else, I would say. Yes, but do you cook at home some Indian food?
Yeah, I learned how to make, butter paneer. I practiced a lot in
Surely.
and I practiced a lot in America. I would cook chana masala for my dad, butter chicken for my dad. Yeah, and curry, definitely.
Yeah.
Salad.
Yeah, and what about Latin American food, Mridul? How do you like it? Let's say, I don't know, what do you prefer to cook? Mexican, Peruvian, because I'm sure there are differences between these cuisines. So, what do you cook at home mainly?
I don't cook a lot of Peruvian food. I think I mostly cook Mexican food.
I ate like that black beans ones with tacos. That's all
Yeah,
Mexican.
I made
guess.
him veg tacos. I've made him like
Right.
cheesy quesadilla rice,
Oh.
tortillas, a lot of tortillas. I want him to start gaining more weight so he can get, you know.
Yeah, he eats quesadillas every day, yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
But are you vegetarian? Yes?
Me?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, you're from vegetarian family. And yeah, because we often cook quesadillas here at home. Because my husband, he is also vegetarian.
Oh.
And of course, it's a very tasty dish. I never tried it before I came here. But I know that probably, I don't know, I will ask you this question. Because Indians, they are very patriotic about their own cuisine. They don't even, many of them would not even try anything new. And they will just say, okay, Indian food is the best. I don't want anything else. So do you also find Indian food the tastiest, and you are ready to discover different cuisine as well?
I love Indian food, but I will always find Mexican food the best. What about you?
For me, yeah, I
Yes, because yeah, Indians, they really like Indian food the most, and they don't want to try anything else. Not
because
everyone.
we have in India we have many food varieties and all, and I love Indian foods. I like very Indian foods. There's many varieties in one. You can make there's one particular thing paneer. you can make many paneer in many varieties. So I love Indian food, and Mexican food is also very good, but little hard to digest and all. That's heavy for me. I have to eat regularly that Mexican food so I can get
used to it. Yeah.
Yeah, no, but I think Indian food can be also pretty oily. Yeah, that's what actually a lot of foreigner girls notice, that Indian food is not healthy at all because it's too oily, too spicy, and it's also not good for your figure, especially.
Yeah, but it depends. Sometimes you can make with less oil and spicy.
Yeah, he makes very, very, when he cooks, it's very simple. Like
Very simple.
he doesn't really like heavy food, I've noticed. And he doesn't like to eat out. So,
Yeah, of course, no, not everyone, I would say. Even in our family, my husband, he doesn't eat spicy food. But if you say someone, okay, that my husband is from India, and people think, oh, Indian cuisine is too spicy, or I tried something and it was extremely spicy, so I couldn't handle it. But it's not always the truth. It depends. Like, it depends on the family, I think, how people grow up, like if they used to spicy food or not. Like, see, in your family, everyone likes spicy food, but you don't like it so much.
yeah.
Yeah, I see quite a lot of comments, but they're just going so fast. So I try to catch. I saw some question. I will try. I will try to see. There was something about marriage, like how difficult it is to get married. But yes, I don't know if you can answer this question. What are legal issues arise during their marriage registration?
So we're not married yet. We haven't registered. We're engaged currently, but we haven't gotten married yet. We're looking to get married hopefully like late this year or early next year, because I want a big wedding. So I want a lot of, plans, to come into it. I want to really involve my culture and his culture. So it's going to be a lot of planning.
So are you going to have a big fat Indian wedding, or would you like to have both cultures together? Because I saw some weddings, like people get married in India, but also there were some Mexican traditions or some other countries' traditions. So how do you prefer to have it?
My wedding definitely needs a mariachi band, a taco truck, um, and a lot of Spanish music. And I think he knows that. Like, I play Bad Bunny all the time. I play Spanish music all the time. I figure he knows that I need a big fat Spanish wedding as well.
Yes. So are you planning to marry in India or in America as well?
India. And then maybe have like a little reception in America for like my family members or friends that can't come, obviously. Because I don't expect all of my family members to come on a freaking 16-hour flight or like 18-hour flight all the way over,
It's too far indeed. But do you like Indian music, if I can ask? Okay, I understood that you like Spanish music a lot, but what about Indian music?
Let's see. I like some Indian music.
Yeah, definitely.
I like the song Edo Sola. I like Bollywood, music numbers.
Yes.
So those, I'll listen to those occasionally. And I think he's getting used to more Spanish music. I caught him singing Shakira the other day.
Oh.
So I think
but I thought Shakira is from USA, I thought on that time. She's actually Latin American.
She's from Colombia.
Okay. Now I get after some time.
Yes, because many singers they represent one country, but originally they're from different countries. Yeah, and there are many. I think Ricky Martin. I think also he's originally from Costa Rica or some
something somewhere around there. My mom loves Ricky Martin, but I'm more into like the Spanish rap music.
Yeah, no, I love Spanish music. I can't really say who is my favorite singer, but I really love your language. This is one thing for sure. When I hear Spanish, it's like music for my soul.
I know.
It's very beautiful language. I can't compare it like with any other languages. To be honest, okay, like if I would say that I also like Italian and Portuguese, but they are kind of similar. I think if you know
Yeah,
Spanish,
yeah,
you will understand
yeah.
this language well.
Yeah, like bits and pieces of Italian and Portuguese, because Brazil and
Yes.
like bits and pieces. I'd have to translate a lot in my job for Portuguese people.
Mm-hmm. Yes. And I would like to ask you, because for now you are living in India, and are you planning to settle down in India permanently, or would you like to try to live in different places? Because you are an actor, and I would imagine, yeah, you have your job in India because you are an Indian actor, but are you open to move, for example, or stay for some time in America, or maybe, I don't know, in Peru, wherever? World is huge, so what are your plans?
It depends on my career and the opportunities. If I get to work, if I get work out abroad the India, like especially in New NYC or LA. But I also try to figure out how the process, what is the process of this field, acting field, in the film industry's field in USA. So that's little. I found that is a little different, or I can say more what difficult from in many perspective. Like first of all is like language, and if I get fluent, more fluent English and all, so I have to get a particular accent also.
Oh,
And
yes. Even I can't speak an American English. Sometimes I try just for fun,
yeah,
but I think I need to live there to get this special accent.
yeah, and there's a I have to get manager, get through the manager and talent company and little. So I am thinking like first I get more stable here in India in my film industry. Then if everything is going well, we will. I can move there also.
Yes.
But
But
I love to work here in my industry, my
yes,
because I'm kind of I can say I'm kind of established here. My career is like good here, so
Yeah,
but do you see yourself in India?
I see
Like,
myself in Mumbai, but not Delhi. Um, I I would like him to come to America for like a couple months, obviously, because he doesn't want to be there permanently.
yes,
So I'd prefer for him to just meet my important family members and go like sightseeing, like
sure.
Times Square or something,
yes,
and then come over here, and have our family or whatever here. I think Mumbai. I'd like to see how Mumbai is in like 10 or 15 years, and how much it progressed, because everything here has progressed so fast.
yes,
Is what so fast. It becomes such a huge metropolitan cities. Like the inventions is getting insane here. So I'd really like to see what India becomes in the future. I think it would be really, really modern, like comparable to New York City, I think. So I think if we stay here, things will only get better. And I'd like to be here to see the city and the country progress
yeah,
more positive.
yeah. That's what I heard from my friend who came to Mumbai because she's also married to
Mhm.
someone there, and she was surprised how much this city changed in the last like few years. And it's like she said that it's even much better than any other Western country now. It's you can find everything. You can get wonderful restaurants with different cuisine. You can really live comfortable life there.
Yeah, I'd love to open my own Mexican restaurant, because over there in Mumbai in the future, hopefully, to really serve some good, authentic food from like my grandmother or my mother, and the way they taught me how to make
Maybe
food.
you can open one in the future
Yeah.
to cook something like very authentic or very special. Like
Yeah.
I'm sure know how to cook some really, because you're also from very the culture family, let's say, yeah, from
Yeah.
parents are also from different countries, yeah, so of course, yeah, that's nice. So I think it would be great to stay for at least for a few months in America, yes, so that Mridul can see how is life there.
Yeah, if
Yeah,
he don't like it, you
sure.
know, because he's scared he won't like it because of the cold, you know.
But I really want to go there and yeah, I mean, explore their kind of different society and different world, I can say.
Yes. Yeah, no, of course, it's important, I think, to see different places. Yeah, because India is like totally different world. Yeah, it's not the same like in the West. You know that very well. Okay, maybe it's more comparable to Peru or South America. Yeah, it's maybe some things are more similar, but if you compare with America, yeah, it's even I can't compare Europe and America. It's like when I went to Canada for the first time, I was impressed by by sizes. Everything is huge there to compare to Europe. Cars are huge, houses are huge, like even washing machines are 2 times bigger than what we have here. Everything was
Yeah.
huge. Yeah, and I was wow, I never saw anything like that in my life. Everything was totally different. And if you think that the European culture and American, they're very similar, so but still I found a lot of differences when we went there. And okay, I see one question. Okay, let me ask you, how difficult is to learn Spanish?
Um, for me, you know, I basically came out of the womb speaking it, so it's not hard for me. But for him,
For
do you
me,
think it's hard?
Spanish.
Yeah.
It's not that hard. If I have someone who regularly speaks Spanish, so I will get that Spanish, and because I have to start from the Spanish language. If I learn Spanish language, I have to start from zero to so that will take little time, but it's not difficult. I can say.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's much easier if I compare with French or with German, let's say, because I started learning Spanish by myself when the COVID came. I was thinking, okay, let me just start doing something nice, what I really wanted for a long time, and I just opened Duolingo and started learning Spanish, and it was so easy. I don't know, somehow it just clicked from the first
Yeah.
moment. I really found it not difficult. Maybe I'm wrong, yes, but I don't think it's so difficult to learn, especially grammar and pronunciation. Not so difficult.
Maybe
Yeah.
maybe the hard part is like the dialects, because like Mexican Spanish is different than Dominican Spanish and
Yes,
Puerto Rican. Like they'll have their different slangs and ways of saying things, you know.
Oh.
yes, you have many dialects. I think all languages, yeah, yeah, but India is number one. And there are so many languages, yeah, it's like so many dialects. I think
Yeah.
it's more difficult, yeah. But if you know, like let's say classic Spanish, you can understand.
Yeah. It's easy.
It's the same like people say that Portuguese in Brazil and Portuguese in Portugal. It's also
Yeah.
Oh.
pretty different. Yes, I don't know, because I found Portuguese is more difficult in pronunciation. At least for me, pronunciation was more difficult. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong again. For you, probably it's easier to understand when
Yeah.
someone speak Portuguese. Yes. And I also will ask you two questions which I received for you, because before I asked something else. So one question for Mridul: what TV show will you do next?
I'm keep auditioning, but I didn't got a part in any project. So uh, let's see. But there's a one movie I am locked in one movie. I have a part in one movie. I got that,
Mhm.
and that should be started last March, but he's postponing for next couple of months.
Yeah.
So that's a movie, it's not TV show actually.
Oh,
So I have that one project right now, I can say. Otherwise, I'm auditioning for every month. I get audition for TV shows and
He's
movies
always
continue.
working.
So let's see. I hope I will get a big TV show like big like Delhi Crime Again.
Yes. But is it your first movie or you mainly play in TV shows? Yes.
Uh, that I had a part. That's my third, fourth movie
Ah, fourth
actually.
movie.
I
Okay.
did three movies, but unfortunately, because of COVID and some reasons they are not released and all.
Yes, yes, I understand. Yeah. The COVID really had impact on many things, on people's life a lot. And there is one more question for Daya. And how is your experience in Mumbai so far?
I
Okay,
love.
talked about it, but okay, maybe a little bit more. So now you are in Delhi, but you spend most of your time in Mumbai, and you said that you prefer to live in Mumbai, not in Delhi, in the future.
I love Mumbai. I love the culture there and the color. It's more similar to Western like culture. So like the people there, like you said, they're more modern. So it's more comfortable to be able to like kind of do my thing. I've gone places alone before in Mumbai, and I feel more comfortable doing that over there than I do here. So I definitely like Mumbai more. I like cats more. So like I Mumbai is filled with cats. So um and I like that I have more friends over there. Like we know more people there that we can like go to and talk to if we need to. And I like being near the sea and the views, the big city. It's always more comfortable over there for me.
Yes, and I think you probably feel, I don't know, that's what I heard, that it's more safe in Mumbai, so you can go easily, even in the evening, even alone, yes, and nothing would happen. But in Delhi, you should never try to do
Yeah.
that.
Mumbai is very safe than other cities in India.
So it doesn't depend on, I would imagine that some areas, like in Delhi, there are more safe areas, and there are areas where you should never go as a foreigner, especially in the evening, not even the like daytime. It's also can be very unsafe. But I'm sure in Mumbai, probably the same.
Mm,
There are some areas that are safer and some which you shouldn't really go.
yeah.
Yeah.
There's some areas that are bad and areas that are good.
Yeah, but you feel safer in Mumbai.
Yeah, for sure. Especially in Bandra. That's where we stayed most of the time.
Yeah,
Um,
this is tricky area.
mhm.
Yes, of Mumbai, yeah, but of course there are some parts, yeah. But it's again it's a huge city, because in Delhi, yeah, it's not a very safe city, unfortunately. That's
Yeah.
yes,
Yeah.
there are a lot of crime, yeah, yeah, like you see Delhi crime. You were playing, yeah, in that city, yeah. So it's a lot of sad accident happens, especially with women.
Yeah.
So I would imagine that Mumbai is much, much better. That's at least what I heard from my friends. Again, I can't compare myself because I have never been to Mumbai. I can only talk about Delhi a
Yeah.
little bit, because I try to avoid this city. We always go just directly to my husband's home. And again, it's very safe there. I feel very safe there. At least
Yeah.
I never had any issue in my life until now. So, but daily, it's like, you get extra attention. I don't know. And
Yeah.
I can't understand why, because again, there are so many people are like married there. I mean, so many foreigners who are married there, so many foreigners who are working in Delhi, but still people like they look too much at you, and I don't feel comfortable to
Yeah.
be home.
Mm.
So, and one question I would like to ask you, Daya, like it's my traditional question, which I ask all the girls
Mhm.
whom I am hosting for the interviews. What would you recommend to the girls who are in relation, like you, with an Indian, to prevent any misunderstandings or problems in future? How can you understand that Indian man is serious too? Because it's very different. You can't compare like behavior of an Indian or like someone from your own culture. So there are some really big culture differences. So
Yeah.
what is your experience?
So I would say, just take time to understand the environment you're going to. Like, this is a very patriarchal society, with, unfortunately, not all, but a lot of patriarchal men. So it's, I would recommend just really investing in your education for that, because I came here very naive, thinking, oh, everything's gonna be fine. I'm gonna be like dating an American guy. He's basically New Jersey, like, so, over here it's different, just be ready to have tough skin, wear a mask, wear a hat, protect yourself from the dust, really get involved in your health and your body here, because the water is different here, the air is different, you can get sick really easy, and just really just educate yourself on what's going on here, even the political situations as well, because you don't want to go anywhere where there's a lot of turmoil, or a lot of protests. So it's important to just be careful and even watch documentaries on what life is like for women here, to just kind of see more of the situation here. Actually, it's not terrible to be here, but it's always good to just educate yourself, and another thing I learned is to not be so nice here. The problem is I'm really, really nice, and I'm like, everyone wants to take money from me, and I'm like, okay, like, he's a little kid, he's an old man, oh my god, I have to give them 500 rupees, like, I let people take advantage of me a lot, and just, it's important to not be so nice and just be stern.
Yes,
So
I feel that, especially when I see little kids asking for money, and I just feel so sad, and I really want to help everyone, but I understand that it's not possible. You can't help all
exactly.
kids like in India, otherwise you have to give all your money. But
Yeah.
I understand your feelings. And sometimes you have, because if you just roam around with a smile on the face, a lot of Indian men will prefer it in a wrong way,
Yeah.
You can't
Exactly.
do the same like you are like in your own place. I can just come out, and I always come out with a smile, and I'm very used to it now, because
Exactly.
once
Exactly.
you go to you, people are smiling. Even here, it's a culture that a man can wink to you, and that's not that they're flirting with you, it's just normal thing. They're just being friendly. But in
Like,
India, if you do the same, yes.
Yeah, I interrupted her many times for doing
yeah.
that kind of thing, especially that smiling to you smile when you see any, especially a guy or man, and you smile like a nice person, definitely. But is sometimes they take in different way actually.
Exactly.
Like he here some, I mean, not everyone, like, but some peoples are. So you don't have to. I don't want. Okay, she like you see some a foreigner, white girl or any girl came here who didn't know about the environment here, and if she smiles, so maybe some the guy is a nice person, but not every time actually. So he can take that smile in different thought or in different way, and maybe he start following you, chasing you. So
Of
just
course, yeah.
try to understand an environment. Then we have to behave here.
Yeah. A
Present here.
smile and like eye contact in America is just kindness, right? It's just, being like, thank you, or like the waiter, like, thank you for the food, is completely different here. A smile and eye contact here is different
Yeah.
compared to a
If
smile.
it's a guy, it can lead to very big problems.
Yeah.
That's true. And
Yeah.
like in some places, it's not really okay. It's not a part of Indian culture to hold hands, for example, where you are walking together or hug or kiss in public.
Hmm.
It's not something very common. Yes, so
Yeah.
people, of course, they would be probably shocked, and especially if you do it in front of elders. Yeah, that is not possible at all. So I think all these things is good to know before you come to India.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and what do you think? Is it important, like, if it's a foreigner girl dating an Indian, is it important to meet like his family before you decide like something serious? Like,
Yeah, sure,
that,
for sure. Yeah.
Hmm.
I mean, to understand the families and the parents and the culture and the lifestyle of that lifestyle of their families, the girl's family. So I would like to prefer to meet families and all. So the things get more easier.
Yeah, I'm very family oriented. Like I have a really tight knit family with my father and his sisters and brothers and such. So, you know, my grandmother's approval, my aunt's approval, my father's approval, that's all very, very important to me.
yes, yes, of course. Yes, but you know that in India it's a little bit different, and there are a lot of stories like when Indian men didn't have enough courage to tell the family about
Yeah.
his love. Family was really against like his foreigner love. Yeah, it's also happened
Yeah.
quite often. And there are a lot of sad stories like when the guy couldn't go against the wishes of his family. Yeah, and then the couple break up. So I think you have to be strong enough. Yes, even if parents don't accept your choice, I think you should be strong. Yes, you probably know what I mean. Yeah, it happens quite often. Even if it's not only about foreigners, there can be a lot of issues if two people are from different castes. It's
Mhm.
also
Yeah,
it's like different
exactly.
castes, different religions. It's not only about foreigners, but I think if you, and especially if you choose a foreigner girl, then you should be really strong and sometimes
Strong, yeah,
fight for your love.
and
Yeah, brave, you know.
strong, brave, and full established. You have a full established career. That's
Yeah.
most important, I
You
can say.
can't you can't like really depend on your family. Because if you need them, then you know obviously you'd have to pick one or the other. So I think being in a relationship, you know, with a foreigner, you have, especially Indian guy, you have to be really strong, really independent, and be ready for absolutely anything.
But I want to ask you, Mridul, what do you think? Because let's say I'm getting a lot of messages from Indian guys who are asking me, we would like to marry a foreigner girl. Can you please help us? Do you think that, like, according to me, not all Indians should really go for a foreigner because some of them would never like to move abroad. Some of them like are from very conservative families who would never accept their choice. Do you think to date a foreigner girl is for everyone, or who should actually avoid, let's say, dating a foreigner? Because I'm getting these questions all the time that, oh, please help us, we really want a foreigner. And if I ask why do you want a foreigner girlfriend, why not someone from India? Mostly people can't even explain me why. They just say, okay, because foreigner girls are very beautiful, they are very nice, they are very kind. And I ask, how do you know that? Have you ever been abroad or something, or did you meet any foreigner? And in most of the cases, I heard, no, we never met anyone, but it's just, we just think like this. Yeah, but I think it's wrong. Yeah, for if you never know anyone and just to look for a foreigner only because you think that they're kind and beautiful, this is a little bit wrong, according to me.
Yeah, so I can say that's why first of all have to you have to spend time with that girl. Then you decide. Okay, are you really going move forward? You want to spend your future and life with her?
Yeah.
First, you decide, and you also be with your family and tell your family, okay, I'm doing this kind of thing, and if the things is going if you are agree, the family members, other family members are agree, and they are really supportive. So I prefer to say, okay, then they have to take a step forward.
So which guys shouldn't date foreign girls?
So the guy who can who's not strong enough with his choices. I mean, uh, like in the one time he's with the foreign girl, then the next time he's going with his family. I mean, he has not a strong choice or something strong decision making kind of sense. So that should not be dated, that other girl. That particular guy has to follow his own culture and the family things.
Yes. No, I understand. I think for Indian guy, he should be really strong enough. Yes, if it's needed, if he is really serious, let me say it like that, because I know couples like that when parents say no, we don't allow to marry a foreigner, so we only want an Indian girl for you. We found you someone, and then okay, there was true love and the guy was really serious about his intentions. So of course he would just, sometimes they have to break up with the family, yes, completely, and move on and to be with your love. And I think not everyone is ready for that, I would say that.
Exactly.
Not like there are some people who are just, they're depending on their families too much, or maybe they are not really independent in life yet, so they can't go against the wishes of the parents.
But I want to add this thing. Not I saw many in shows and in news, and I heard many, even what can I say, the Indian families accepted the foreigner girls as their family members also. There's a many couples, Indian guy and foreigner German
Yeah.
girl and Poland based girl. They are they have successful marriage life.
Yes, of
So there's a both sides. There's a both sides.
Yeah. I think if you want a foreign girl, you have to be brave. You have to be independent. You have to have your own job. Some type of way to not depend on your family so much, because in case they don't accept her, you got to be ready to, like, okay, separate and, you know, be able to have your own income to support,
yeah.
or do all that, or even just a lot of effort and a lot of love, you know.
Yes,
um,
important indeed. Yes. No, I don't want to say that all the stories are really like with bad ending or something. I also know couples and the girls were accepted by Indian families perfectly. And what
yeah.
surprised me, I didn't expect it that many foreigner girls, they accept Indian culture so well that I would say that they respect the family, the parents, and they even follow all the rituals. They wear only Indian clothes. I would say that they behave more like Indian than like they came from totally different culture, I want to say, but they just change completely. I don't know if it's right. I don't know. What do you think, Daya? Is it really important to become an Indian when you are living in India? Because you said that you feel like more comfortable wearing Western clothes, for example, or you
Yeah.
feel more comfortable eating Mexican food. You would prefer your own food than Indian food. But I see a lot of girls, yeah, they really feel comfortable and they're happy like that. I was like, I think I watched some documentary, like one American woman came to live in some village in Haryana, and she's cleaning like let's say that all the house, she's helping with cooking, she's doing everything like proper Indian wife, like I would
Yes.
say. And she's very happy there. She left all her luxury life in America behind, and she lives in the village, and she said that I'm fine, I don't want to go back.
I think we have a more modern relationship. I see our relation more as intercultural than I do like completely go like investing in his culture. He completely investing in mine. The good things about coming from a Latin American background is like we are taught as little girls, maybe this is good or bad, but to you know, you got to take care of your man. You got to take care of your husband. You got to learn how to, like, I was rolling tortillas at age 5, you know, I was cleaning this and that. So I definitely, you know, I basically clean this whole house. I take care of my cat. So in that way, he's you know, okay with the way I am. And I've seen him put a lot of effort in like learning about my culture, you know, knowing who Bad Bunny is, or learning a little bit of Spanish, or trying to talk to my mom, or eating more Spanish food, or like doing this and that. And you know, so I do appreciate the effort that he does for that. Just trying to get invested in my culture, and I've done the same, you know.
Yeah, exactly. She also trying to get the things what I want actually,
Yeah.
in cultural ways and especially in religious ways. And
Yeah. So we both are putting equal part in investing in each other's culture, you know. You know, even the American side, you know, he's, you know, watching more English movies, English shows, American things. So I really I really appreciate
Yeah.
him.
I think there should be understanding, there should be respect of each other culture, otherwise it won't work out. I heard also that
exactly.
I think girls always sacrifice more for the men in many cases. Like, for example, if you have to move to India, it's more adjustment for you because it's totally new culture, it's totally new country. You have to change yourself in some ways. And of course, if it's for the guy, he needs to go to your country. It would be a big change for him. So you should always to really support each other. I think it's very important, support, to understand, and not to push your culture, of course. Like, you can't say, okay, you have to wear Indian clothes, you have to do that. It's like, it should come naturally, I think. Like, not that someone should force, like, oh, you should eat Mexican food or something like that. It should be really, I think with time it comes slowly. Maybe if person doesn't like something, you should accept that.
We're both really patient, you know, like he gives me time and, you know, understanding, and like baby steps into religion, or baby steps into Indian food. And like he'll be like, here, you want to try this, just try one, you know, little by little. And same with him. He's been very patient, and I've been very patient in like trying to understand and communicate. And the important thing is we both give it our all. We both give 100% effort in understanding and communicating. So that's, you have to have a lot of effort and communication, and be really patient with each other.
Yes, that's true. It's very important to talk, I think. If you don't like something, if you don't feel like accepting something about your partners, I don't know, culture, like, but you should talk about that. You shouldn't keep it inside. I know some people would just keep it inside, and then one day they say, oh, I don't like anything about culture. I can't stay there anymore. A lot of couples break, yeah, like that. Yes, that's true. That's why it's important to talk, I think. And I see that men must be brave and independent, and must go against the decision of the family for the love of her. Yes, no, that's true. Actually, that's what we have been talking. Yes, especially in India. I know there can be problems because of the family, because a lot of men are, you know, for Indian men, family is everything. Let's say it like, yes. When I heard one time, my Indian colleague, he told me that wife for an Indian man, I don't know if you agree with that or not, just correct me, that wife for an Indian man is on 4th place. I was, why on 4th place? And the first is God, second are parents, and third kids. And only after kids there is wife's place. Yes. So
different priorities.
yes. So not everyone would like it, I think.
Oh, so what's
in order? Would you agree that God is first, then parents, then kids, then wife.
That depends on person to person, I can say. Like, I mean, uh, what can I say? This is the question for me particularly or someone?
No, for you.
For me, the first one is sorry, I can't
Yes,
get that.
okay, I don't want to say that for all Indian men it is like that, but that's what one of my colleagues told me, because I used to work in an Indian company. So he told that on the first place for Indian man is God, then his family, then kids, and wife is on fourth place.
So, yeah, I am agree with this.
Mridul.
Yeah.
I mean, the person who's very religious and
Yeah.
who believes in God,
God comes first.
God comes
Yeah.
first for him, I guess. I'm agree with this, honestly.
Yes. Okay. God, I understand. But okay, family, like parents and kids, and then wife.
No, no. I mean, God.
What would be your ranking?
Yeah, I am ranking for that. First thing for me, if I'm ranking that thing, God, then wife, then family, then kids.
Okay. I see someone wrote in India mostly first place parents, second kids, and third wife.
But I put God first because she knows and she all knows.
You
And my
know,
family also knows about me. I'm talking about particularly me. No, I
Yeah,
don't want to.
of course. No, that's why I asked. Do you agree with this type of ranking? Yes, this is for maybe most of the families. That's true. Yeah, I see. Yeah, when someone wrote the same, okay, without God. But if it's really a religious person and you are a, I would imagine, from religious family, yeah, so you follow all the traditions and rituals, like celebrate all the festivals.
Sure.
yeah, we try to get. I try to get involved in, you know, the Hindu festivals like Holi, Diwali,
Yes.
Navratri past. So
Yeah, because there are many more, like, for example, Karva Chauth. You know what it is.
Yeah, that's especially for the married women.
Yeah, it's like, because I know some girls, like for foreigner girl, it would be also like, why should I fast for my husband and he doesn't do the same for me? But for a woman, it's natural. Yeah, like she will just like spend the whole day in prayers. She will not eat. She will not drink anything. But I know that for many foreigners, it's difficult. Yeah, and it's also important that the husband should, yeah, understand that it can be difficult, so I shouldn't force my wife, for example, to celebrate all these festivals. Like, okay, Holy Diwali, it's okay. Yeah, it's like New Year. It's like, it's a lot of fun. I know that, but there are some special festivals which are really like mostly for married women, and sometimes it's difficult. I don't know if I would be able, like, to stay the whole day without water, without food, maybe yes, but without water.
we'll see. We'll see.
Yes, yes. Maybe we can meet again. Let's say after you get married.
Yeah.
After time, yeah, and discuss in more details. And I see some more uh some more comments. Ranking changes and time paces. It depends completely person to person, but your partner should be your priority, because everything starts after that.
Yeah.
Yes, no religion, but partner. Yeah, and what else? Okay, this I already read. Yes, that was really great to listen to your both opinions, because, you know, as I said, that I get very rarely a chance to talk to both people, like to the couple, not only to go, yeah, because most of the guys, I don't know, they are too busy, or some, I didn't expect that, but some of them are too shy to come on the camera and talk about something and answer the question. But it was really nice to listen what you think about different things and from different point of views, because men and women, they think different. So of course, and I really agree with you that it's very important to respect each other, listen to each other, talk to each other. Otherwise, I think not only with the foreigner, any relation won't be successful, I would say, because you can marry your own type, but then run away in 1 month, because yeah, if you don't respect each other, don't understand each other, it will not work. See, yeah, I see just more, more some comments. I just try to see if I don't miss any questions. And I see about karvachot is kept by woman for the well-being and long life of your husband. Yes, yes, I know that. Of course, it's I don't see anything bad about that, but I think what I wanted to say, if for example your foreigner wife find it difficult, like not to eat the whole day, maybe she will feel bad, maybe she will get headache, whatever, you should understand that, okay, she's not from this culture, and just be maybe less strict to her. That's what I want to say. Yes.
Wife also. I mean, it's not like very that kind of the tradition or rule kind of that festival. Karwa Chauth is like if the women is not feeling well or physically not able to do that thing, so it depends. It's very flexible actually. Our all festivals and things are. It's not very hard. You must to follow that. Not that kind of. Yeah, it depends.
Yes, of course. And I think there is one question for you, Mridul. I would imagine that it's for you. Having falling in love with a girl, if the family is against it, are you ready to be brave and defend the relationship?
My family, I don't think so, is going to against it. So,
But if, hypothetically.
I will see on that time. I mean, I don't think so. My family is respect my things, my decision, and as well, my family is always with me.
Yeah.
I'm confident about my family. I know my family.
Yeah, so far regarding his family, they've been very kind and open with me. I honestly expected that because of his background, he's very religious, very upper caste people, that I it would be a lot harder. But his sister, his nephew, his friends, the family members I know of, they're all very supportive, always commenting on our pictures. So it's really sweet. I think the challenge might be with his dad, but I hopefully things will be good. I've heard that a lot of people in Indian foreign relationships, when they get them, at first their parents are mad, but then the second they pop out babies, they're not mad anymore. So hopefully
exactly.
Yes, yeah, I remember there was even a comment that people from the higher caste, they can't even marry foreigners. And I don't agree with that, because I personally know a lot of couples where the guy is from the higher caste, and there was no problem at all. The parents immediately accepted his choice. It's just, it's all individual. Yes, that's not right. And one thing I see, okay, that to ask you to tell a few important things in Hindi, not in English, for the guys who are looking for foreigner girls, something what you want to convey, something important, but in Hindi.
Okay. This advice for Indian men.
Your advice in Hindi.
Foreign girl, but in Hindi, so they can understand.
Oh, I mean, they want me to give an advice to get a foreign girl in Hindi.
Yeah.
What are the main things? Yes, according to you, okay, you can say it, but in Hindi, yes.
Foreign girls, in my experience, foreign girl चुनती है ब्रेव इंसान को. वो इंसान में वो कितना ब्रेव है और कितना ऑनेस्ट है उसको देखती है. मेरा एक्सपीरियंस ये है कि फॉरेन गर्ल ऑनेस्टी देखती है, कितना ईमानदार है पर्टिकुलर पर्सन, और कितना इतना कितना उसका माइंड क्लियर है, मतलब स्ट्रेट, उसका क्लियर माइंड है। आई मीन उसके बैकग्राउंड में, बैक ऑफ द माइंड में कुछ ऐसा चल नहीं रहा है, कुछ और सोच रहा है, कुछ और कर रहा है, ऐसा टाइप का नहीं। सो मेरे हिसाब से यही है, मैं यही एडवाइस यही है कि वो आप ईमानदार हैं और ईमानदारी से अप्रोच करेंगे किसी फॉरेनर गर्ल को, तो आई थिंक वो आपकी जो वाइब्स है, आपकी एनर्जी उस तक पहुंचेगी, उसको सेंस होगा कि हाँ ये बंदा ईमानदार है या लग रहा है, सो वो आपके साथ आगे बढ़ने के सोचेगी या बढ़ भी सकती है। सो दैट्स माय आइडिया।
या बहुत धन्यवाद है।
धन्यवाद।
Daya, do you understand?
A little bit. This is Ali.
धन्यवाद।
Yes, thank you very much. Yes, for your message in Hindi, because I know that for some guys, I know that for some people it's easier to understand in your own language. Yeah, that's why probably. And I agree, it's always easier to speak your own language. And the same for me, but it was really, really nice meeting you today. I would really like to thank you for your time, for your honest answers, I really appreciate that you could do it together. It was really interesting for me to listen. I see more question. People ask more question. I just I don't know, is it for Indian men live just a second. I didn't really understand. Leif, are you ready to go against the family if they don't approve of your choice of the girl? I think it's a painful topic for some girls. Yeah, what to do if family doesn't accept? Yeah, I think
It depends on particular. If it depends on if you have a strong mind and strong choices, you can make this thing. So you can go with your choice of your girls, with your love.
Yeah.
Otherwise, follow your hearts and
Yeah.
go with your family.
Yeah.
It's your choice.
And I think if you can't go against your family, you shouldn't even get into relation with someone from a totally different culture to start.
Sure.
Yes, if you are not brave enough, not strong enough, let's say. Yes, and I would like to thank everyone. I saw a lot of people were watching us today, and maybe, I'm sorry, maybe I missed some questions. You can always ask them in the comments, or maybe you can write directly to Daya or Mridul and ask them personally if you really want to know something. And of course, someone was asking me, I saw that if it's possible to save this interview. Of course, I always save all the interviews. You can watch them on Instagram or better on YouTube channel. I will upload everything and I will leave the link so that you can watch our live session today. Thanks to everyone for your comments, a lot of comments, yes. And okay, I just try to see if there are more questions. Yes, so please leave your questions in the comments or just write directly. And thanks a lot, guys, again, for your time, I really had a lot of fun today. It was really nice meeting you, and I wish you all the best in your life. And
thank you, you too.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yes, and I'm sure that you would have a wonderful experience if you go to America to see Daya's family. I think it's also something really special. Yeah, we will talk about that. I hope it will happen soon. And I would love to meet you again after some time to talk more about some things which maybe you didn't experience yet and you can tell us more about it. Yes, let me see. Yes, yes, everyone. Just wishing best wishes to you from everyone, from all my followers. Thanks
you all.
Yes, have a nice day. For you, it's already, for you, it's already almost evening. For me, it's soon, yes. And thanks again. We will keep in touch.
Sure.
And I hope we will meet again. Yes, for sure.
Yes. Definitely in the future.
Yes, for sure. Thank you. Have a nice day. Bye-bye.
Bye.
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 Bye.